Greetings, everybody. This is Jasmine Dominique here, and today is a wonderful day to live beyond the limits because the limits are merely illusions. And I so needed to hear myself say that today. Today, I want to talk about the ups and downs that are associated with being an entrepreneur. And what is an entrepreneur? An entrepreneur is solely a person who has connected to their purpose and their passion, and a person who has decided to pursue their purpose and their passion. But the process is not always easy. We see so many people embracing their passion and being successful and doing wonderful things in the world. But I wish that we could see more of those people's journeys, the things that they had to go through to get to where they are, the challenges, the setbacks, the perceived failures, all of those things that help them to get to where they are. I say entrepreneurs, purpose-driven people, are only people who never gave up, who continue to move forward despite the circumstances. All right, so I want to share a little bit of history about myself. This vlog is very, very personal and very dear to me because I have been experiencing a lot lately as I am stepping fully, choices of words, as I have stepped fully into my purpose. It hasn't always been an easy process. Some things come with that, but I feel a feeling that I can't describe. I feel like I am finally where I am supposed to be, doing the things that I am supposed to be doing. That's the first step, though. Other things come with that. I think some people don't realize that when you decide to become an entrepreneur or a purpose-driven person who is fully connected to your passion and your mission on this earth, you go through a lot of changes. You go through a lot of changes. You experience some disappointments and you become your worst critic sometimes. All of your insecurities come to the surface. Everything that has held you back in the past, it all comes to the surface. And so you're looking at yourself. You're looking at yourself in the mirror. If you're a person who has decided to be connected to your purpose, you have to look at yourself in the mirror and see exactly who you are and why it is that you are doing what you are doing, okay? So a little history about myself. I was raised in a single parent household, only child. I had two beautiful parents who are now deceased, my mother and my father, but my mother was the sole provider. My mother a lot of the times was the man and the woman in the household because she had to be, because of different circumstances. And I watched her. I observed her when I was younger. She did a lot. She did a lot. She was a creator. She was a manifester. She made a lot of things happen. And her aim was to be a self-sufficient woman. And I watched the process, but I also watched her deal with some challenges and she faced a lot of barriers, specifically from people. From people. I remember being a little girl and I heard someone in my family say to my mom, well, why do you need to do those things? Why do you need to have all of that? It's just you and your daughter. And that really penetrated my subconscious thoughts, which is where we store all of our memories and all of our experiences. That really penetrated my subconscious thoughts. And I felt bad for my mother. I really did. I felt really bad and I was really sad because I knew how hard my mother worked to provide for our family. And that impacted me as an adult. And I'm still pushing past some things that are stored in my subconscious. The work never ends. And it has kept me humble. And it also encourages me to be diligent and to continue to move forward. I decided to become an entrepreneur actually in 2012 when I published my first book, Trust the Journey. I decided to become an entrepreneur and I was rocking and rolling and doing great things and feeling really good, but I didn't have the confidence that I needed to execute all that needed to be executed. I was still doubting and wavering and operating in fear. So I went back to the corporate world for a little while. It didn't work out. I decided to leave. I traveled and I lived in Brazil for 2 years where I was able to really cultivate my inner power. In Brazil, I had the opportunity to get to know myself without the pressures and the responsibilities of living in North American society sometimes. So that was a really good experience for me. Then I moved back to Nashville, Tennessee, and decided to get a corporate job. It didn't work out. I really felt like I was a slave. Every day that I went to work, I felt like I was overworked and underpaid and not valued. But that had become my habit. And that became my habit because of what was stored in my subconscious about being a woman who was purpose driven and who wanted to live an abundant life, not just material, abundant in a material aspect, but abundant in mind, body, and spirit. I felt guilty subconsciously and I had no idea. And I was able to connect the dots. And it took me back to my childhood when I heard the statements that were made to my mother when she was working so hard to manifest an abundant and a peaceful and a balanced life for us. So I struggled. And I stayed there at that job for a while, suffered quite a bit. I was doing the job of 4 people, one person doing the job of 4 people, which number one, definitely let me know that I was a force to be reckoned with. But number 2, it also let me know that I was not appreciating myself the way that I should have. So why would anybody else appreciate me if I wasn't appreciating myself? So I decided to leave, and I said, you know what, this time, this is a life or death situation. I know what is inside of me. I know what I have been told to do and led to do on this physical plane. I know it. I feel it. I see it every day that I wake up. But fear was always holding me captive. Fear of what other people may say or think. People are going to say and think what they want anyway. Fear of instability. What is that? As long as you are connected to your purpose and following the design that has been created for your life, you will never fail. There may be some difficulties, absolutely, but those difficulties come to teach you very important lessons. So I decided to let it all go. All right, so I'm fully in my purpose now. I feel it. Some nights I can't sleep. I'm up, I'm downloading, I'm receiving messages, I'm having dreams when I do sleep. All I want to do is create, which is how I know that I am fully invested in my purpose. My social life, a lot of the times, is non-existent because I don't need any distractions around me right now, right? So the good thing is that I know that I'm in my purpose. But there are some ups and downs. There are some ups and downs that come with being an entrepreneur or a purpose-driven person. Everybody is not going to understand or understand why you feel what you feel or do what you do. They don't have the vision that you have. And so when you decide to fully step into your purpose, you really begin to see who is supporting you, and you really begin to see who is doubting you. And what I have discovered is a lot of the times it's those people who you thought were closest to you that are doubting you when you step fully into your purpose. And I don't know if it's because sometimes they're very protective of you, or I don't know if it's because of their own fears cultivating. A lot of the times people push their own fears onto you if you allow them to. So one of the challenging things for me has been just discovering that not everybody is going to be rocking with me. Not everybody is going to be rocking with me on this journey. And, I'm really learning. I'm really learning about the people that I have decided to have relationships with. I'm really learning more about the support system that I created. I'm really learning more about my ability to change my thought process, even when I encounter criticism or judgment or doubt from other people. I'm learning how to stay positive in the midst and to have compassion and empathy, because like I said before, not everybody is going to understand your vision. Everybody's not going to get it, especially when it's something that people can only feel. So don't take it personally. Don't take it personally. A lot of people have dreams and goals that were kind of brushed under the rug because life happened or because fear took over. So a lot of the times people project their own insecurities and their difficulties and their disapproval with themselves onto you. Don't take it personal. We all do it. Another challenge that I have faced since fully embracing my purpose, being a purpose-driven person, my insecurities surface. Yeah. My insecurities surface. And I say to myself sometimes, what have I gotten myself into? What am I doing? Is this going to work? Why am I doing this? Gosh, okay. But what if I had this comfortable life over here? You know, it was predictable. Everything was working out. It was just comfortable. I knew when I was going to get my paycheck every 2 weeks. It was just very comfortable for me. But on the other hand, I have this feeling inside of me, and I know what I feel when I'm creating, and I'm so happy, and I'm so joyful, and I'm so connected, and I'm so excited to share it. What about that? So these things come up. You know, these things come up when we are fully stepping into our purpose, and when we are purpose-driven people, we're going to have to face our insecurities and our own internal doubts that have been persistent, sometimes lying dormant for many, many years. It all comes to the surface. It's all a part of the process. It's all a part of the process to make you stronger. Sometimes we have to test ourselves. Sometimes we have to test ourselves to see if we are really committed to the work that we are doing. If we are really committed and really focused on the work that we are doing. We are going to have setbacks. We are going to have challenges. We are going to have naysayers that show up in our lives. A lot of the times those people are going to be the people that we thought were the closest to us. Things are going to happen, but your purpose will see you through. Never ignore that drive, that good energy that you feel when you think about your purpose and when you're working towards manifesting and cultivating. Never, never, never ignore that feeling. Trust it. One of the things that I did also, the third and final thing, that I did, I don't do it anymore. I made the decision not to do it anymore. Is I was too damn modest. So modest. You know, I'm sure a lot of women can relate. A lot of people can relate that sometimes life tells you not to be too confident, not to be too secure, not to be so headstrong, or not to be so focused, not to be so excited, not to be so happy, not to be so not to be you. Not to be you. These are the messages that we receive from the world a lot of the times. And so we silence ourselves. We dim our lights. We have all of these wonderful ideas and we see all of these beautiful visions, and we're quiet about it because we've been told to be meek and to be modest and to not show off, you know, to not overshadow anybody, or to not let your light shine too brightly because you may make somebody else feel uncomfortable. Forget all of that, man. Forget that. Forget that. We were all created to shine. We were all created to be fully connected to our purpose. We were all created to be free. We were all created to be joyful, fulfilled individuals. You're not hurting anybody but yourself when you silence yourself and when you are too modest. Go after what it is that you know you should be going after. Be the person that you know you should be on this physical plane. So what if other people don't get it? So what if other people are intimidated by it? That has nothing to do with you. You have a responsibility on this planet. You have a responsibility to contribute to the love and to the harmony and to the awakening that is taking place right now on this planet. We are actually living during a very, very wonderful time on planet Earth. People are beginning to wake up. So you see more people becoming entrepreneurs. You see more people becoming self-employed. People are beginning to wake up and to really feel intertwined with their purpose and what it is they are supposed to be doing on earth. So being modest, that's played out. Be humble. Most definitely be humble. But be modest. Being modest, overly modest, you're not doing anything but hurting yourself. I know so many people. I used to be that person. I know so many people who are silent when they should be speaking. I know so many people who have lumps in their throat because they have all of this good information and energy that needs to come out, that needs to be manifested and shared with the world, but they're silent. They're silent because they're afraid of condemnation or judgment, because they're afraid of themselves. We need you. We don't need any more silent people. We need you to speak up and to speak out about what it is that you have been given to share with this world. When you are an entrepreneur, a purpose-driven person, there are going to be ups and downs. You're going to face some disappointments. You're going to cry sometimes. You're going to question things. You're going to feel like you're alone sometimes. The secret: a lot of entrepreneurs and successful people, they don't have a lot of friendships. A lot of the times they're alone because they have so much that needs to be done, so much that is being downloaded, that is requesting to be manifested. They don't have time to have a social life. They don't have time. But if you are surrounding yourself with a tribe of people who are on the same wavelength, doing the same things in their own unique way, if you are aligned with people who are very focused on manifesting and creating and being purpose-driven people, they will get it. They will get it. You have to know who is around you. You have to be mindful of the energy that you are keeping around you. Surround yourself with people who are purpose-driven people, planting powerful seeds that will manifest and that will benefit others for eons. Surround yourself with those people who are leaving their footprints of love on planet Earth. Surround yourself with those people who no longer are being held captive by fear. Surround yourself with those people who have stepped fully into their power. Surround yourself with those people who are going to give you loving, supportive, and honest advice. Surround yourself with people who are going to encourage you to pursue your purpose, to be in your purpose. Surround yourself with people who want to see you grow. Surround yourself with those people. And here's the thing, everybody is going to be too damn busy to talk, too busy to hang out, but you'll still feel the connection. You'll still feel everybody who was a part of the collective doing the work to make this place a better place. We're doing it together. So there will be some ups and downs associated with being an entrepreneur. But keep going, keep moving, keep believing, keep pushing. Stay connected to your purpose. Even when people don't get it, they'll feel it. Live your life in such a way where people may not get why you do what you do, but they feel why you do what you do. That's how you know you're fully connected. I love you and I support you. We're in this thing together. Keep going. Everything is going to come together in the most beautiful way. I love you very much. Remember to live beyond the limits, because the limits are merely illusion. I am Jasmine Dominique. I am a lifestyle consultant. I am an author, and I am a spiritual advisor. If you would like to receive more information, you can visit my website at jasminedominique.com. Peace and love. Keep shining.